guys, thank you so much for visiting my channel. My name is Alicia, or Ali for short, and I'm a certified pregnancy and postpartum athleticism coach, as well as a CrossFit Level 1 coach. Today's video is going to be part 1 of a 3-part series I've decided to do on breathwork and exercises you can start to do after you've given birth, rested and recovered, and are looking for where to start your journey back into working out. There's so much fear around pregnancy and recovery after birth, and pressure to get back into shape, that doing foundational movements and breathwork can seem like they're not going to be enough. Foundational movements and breathwork aren't instantly gratifying, like going for a run and getting your sweat on, but I promise you the lifts and the sweating and the running will come back. Your body will get strong again because you were made to give birth. But please, give yourself the space and time to heal, and go slow with movements like what I'm about to show you. You have to crawl before you walk, just like your new baby. I personally chose to stay pretty active during my pregnancy, which I think helped a lot with my birth experience. However, after I gave birth, I chose to think of that time as a rest from working out. I spent the first couple weeks just breastfeeding and eating and cuddling, and it was wonderful. And at about 3 weeks, I felt comfortable enough to walk, and at about 6 weeks, I felt comfortable enough to do these exercises. I did seek the guidance of a pelvic floor physical therapist, which I would recommend to any mother or mother-to-be who guided me through these exercises. However, since not everyone has access to a pelvic floor physical therapist, I'd like to share my knowledge from my PT here with you guys, as well as what I've learned from my pregnancy and postpartum athleticism course. I'm also going to list some extremely good resources on postpartum recovery in the show notes, such as Brianna Battle's 8-week postpartum recovery course, as well as some YouTube videos that I personally found helpful during my experience. With that, let's get on into these exercises. Okay, so this first exercise, you're going to start doing lying on your back. Your feet will be planted on the ground. And what we're going to be doing is breath work. So you're going to take a big breath in. Your stomach is expanding, and then you're going to let it all out. And your stomach is going to go down. The idea here is that everything down below is relaxed, where there's no tension in your butt or your vagina or anything like that. Just everything is relaxed. So big breath in. Exhale, everything goes back down. You're going to do that about 6 to 8 times, and that's for full relaxation. And then we want to have a little bit of tension. So for that, we're going to do a full breath in. And then on our exhale, we are going to create tension down there as if we're closing around something. Very, very minimally. It's not a tight squeeze. It's just a nice going around something. So that's on your exhale in. So big breath in. Exhale. So that's creating a little bit of tension down there. And so you're going to do that about 4 to 6 times, less than the amount of times that you did with the full relaxation. Once you've done that about 4 to 6 times, then you're going to go back to full relaxation. So that's, again, just big breath in. Everything's expanding. And on the exhale, nothing's tightening. Everything is relaxed. So that's exercise 1. So I do want to say that with the supinated pelvic floor lengthening breath work, that you can do this in a sitting position, because on the inhale and then the exhale, the portion where we are trying to kind of hold ourselves, sometimes that can be confusing for people to see if they're doing it correctly. And so to have something to feel against can be really beneficial, to have feedback. So doing all of that in a sitting position can also be really beneficial too. Okay, so this next movement, we're still lying down. Similarly, we're going to breathe all the way in. And on the exhale, we're going to draw our belly button towards our spine, and we're going to lift one leg. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So again, for this exercise, we're not creating any tightening down there. We're trying to be fully relaxed. We're engaging our abdomen as we draw our leg up and exhale. So what we're tightening is our transverse abdominis, which is your lower abs right below your belly button / kind of around your belly button. So inhale, exhale, lift a leg. Hey, buddy. So our third exercise is going to be still on our back. It's a 90-90 isometric hold. So a little bit more aggressive than our last movement in the sense that we will be lifting both our legs at the same time. So we'll do an inhale, filling our belly with air, exhale, and we're holding our legs up and bringing them back down. Inhale, filling our belly with air, and exhale. And remember, on our exhale, we're also tightening that transverse abdominis. We're bringing our belly button to our spine. Inhale, filling with air, and exhale. Slight tightening of the abdominal, and feet back down. Our fourth movement, also on the ground, is going to be a glute bridge. So whenever we do movements, on the movement part is our exhale, and before we do our movement is our inhale. So we will inhale, and on our exhale, squeezing our butt to lift, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Now you can tighten your transverse abdominis a little bit if you'd like. You also don't have to. The main thing working to lift you up in this exercise is your butt. We're squeezing our butt cheeks together, but again, we're not creating any pressure down there. We're not creating any tightening down there. It's just your butt cheeks lifting you. Inhale, exhale. And you can just do however many feels comfortable. Like I said in that first movement, 6 to 8 is good. You can start there too. But if you feel like you can do 10 or 12, that's great too. But there is a total of 8 exercises, so they do tend to add up. So I would start with 6 to 8. So another lying down exercises are clamshells. And this kind of just works your legs. And what we're gonna do is lie on our side. We're gonna bring our knees pretty close to our chest. And we're gonna breathe through this movement. Big inhale in, exhale, bringing our belly button to our spine, tightening our transverse abdominis slightly, and lifting our leg. Thank you. Thanks, buddy. And so we can also do this with resistance. If you have a band, put it around your legs like so. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So for that one, you can do maybe 12 on each side and add a little bit every time, just however much you feel. We're gonna start in a tabletop position. We're going to be doing hip extensions. And so what that looks like is I'm on all fours and I'm letting my belly relax, taking a breath. And on that exhale, I'm going to bring my belly button to my spine, slight tightening of the transverse abdominis, no tension back here or over here. And on the exhale, we're going to lift a leg. So ready? Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So the next exercise we're gonna do is simply just a plank. And now, by no means should you just start off by doing planks. We're gonna ease into that as well. So a good way to ease into planks is we're on all fours. We'll take a big breath in. Hi. And on our exhale, we'll go into a plank on our knees. Slight tightening of our transverse abdominis. We're gonna bring our belly button to our spine, and we're not, and we're not gonna go all the way into a full plank. We're gonna be on our knees, and I'm not gonna hold it for very long. I'm just gonna do it for the length of the breath. Yes, hi. Okay, so what that looks like is inhale, exhale, and then back. And you can go to a relaxing position. And then we'll do another one. Inhale, exhale. So I'm just holding that plank for as long as my breath is there. There's a lot going on. I'm trying to be relaxed back here and down here. I'm drawing my belly button to my spine. I'm tightening my transverse abdominis slightly. And I'm breathing. So inhale, exhale. Eventually you'll be able to take a couple breaths during that movement and be able to keep your transverse abdominis engaged. And when that starts to happen, then you can start to think about coming up off your knees for a few seconds, you know, so then you might be here. And then exhale. You just kind of have to feel it out. Okay, so this next movement is simply just a squat, and a good way to ease yourself back into a squat movement is to squat to an object. Today I'm going to use this wall ball just because that's what I have, but you can easily squat to a chair or the side of your bed and then slowly take that object away. For breathing, we're going to breathe all the way through a movement, and that's kind of what I do with all my lifts. I breathe all the way through a movement. So I'm going to breathe in on the way down and then out on the way up. So in on the big inhale in, filling your belly with air, and on the way up, I'm tightening my transverse abdominis. I'm drawing my belly button to my spine. Yes, I'm drawing my belly button to my spine. And then I'm also doing a slight Kegel on the way up. So that's not a Kegel, that's just a very light closing around an object. So what that looks like is big inhale in, and then exhale, drawing my belly button to my spine, tightening my transverse abdominis, and then slight Kegel on the way up. So you can choose to hold on to something, you can do it freestanding, and eventually we'll take this object away. My son PJ is the cameraman right now, that's why it's a little crazy. Thank you. I hope you guys found these 8 exercises helpful. A good place to start, like I said, this is going to be part 1 of a 3-part series, so I will be going into more depth on these exercises, adding a few, and we're going to kind of treat it as a progression. So this is where to start, and there'll be more to come. So good luck. Thanks so much for watching. Okay, I'll see you in the next one.